It just seemed like another really good third period. There was a chance you guys could sit back in a 2-1 lead, and it just looked like you were very aggressive coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, good third period like the other night. Listen, it's a good formula when you're playing from in front against that team as opposed to behind. They're a tough team to play from behind against. So, but I liked how we handled having the lead all night. We kept our foot on the gas. Huge power play goal. Big kill at the end there too. And, I thought our 5-on-6 was excellent. When you think about we hold the record for giving up. How many goals did we give up in that one game?
Minute, right?
3 in a minute. It's the worst 5-on-6 in NHL history we had late in the season. So we've obviously fixed that.
Yeah, before you got Mikko, you got Granlund, and he had some nice games for you. It seems like forever ago, but just how big is his addition? He's kind of been a secondary role because of what Mikko's done.
Yeah.
How important has he been for you guys?
Yeah, we were just talking in there. That's a great point, Tim. Like the Granlund-CC trade, both those guys, invaluable contributions. I thought CC was outstanding tonight for us, and Granny, led the way. The thing about him is he really what he does on the ice is one thing, but the guy oozes leadership. Our Finnish group there, he's kind of the elder statesman of that group. He's won internationally. He's got a lot of respect amongst that group of guys, and he really is fantastic leadership.
Pete, right over here. Just your thoughts on seeing Miro back there, and just what's your expectation on just how gradual you think you guys are going to increase his minutes?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't played in, 42 games since late January. It's the first time I've ever seen him not catch a guy on a breakaway, so you can tell he's been out a while. But I thought it was a perfect night. He got 15 minutes in, made a huge play for us on the power play. You can see what he has, just his composure and patience with the puck. So it's hard not to play him more. We've got to fight that urge. But, talking to him after he got through the game, and he feels good, so mission accomplished.
Pete, how grateful are you to the country of Finland? In all seriousness, what do you think is going to, Jake said that you're going to see Winnipeg's best game of the season in Game 5.
Yeah.
What's going to be the key to going up there and getting that series win on their home?
Well, and you know what? Listen, that's a good point. I didn't mention Jake. He was probably our best player tonight. He was so solid. He made a lot of really tough saves look easy. And the breakaway save was the save. It was the turning point of the night. They score there, the momentum flips, and who knows what happens down the stretch. So he was fantastic. Listen, we know what we're going into there. We've won on the road before in there. We've won on the road in Colorado, which is an intimidating rink too. So I think our group's comfortable on the road, but you got to go and get it done, and it's always hard to send a team home for the summer.
Hey, Pete. Power play has been really good all playoffs. I know kind of throughout the season, some ups and downs, but what do you think's clicking now?
Yeah. Both special teams have been excellent. Power play's been if you take out the first 2.5 months of the season, where we were bottom of the league, we were really struggling. It might be the best in the league over the rest of that time, or right up there. So, our special teams. Listen, when we lost Miro and Robertson, we needed our special teams to be difference makers every night, and our goaltender, and all those things have happened to allow us to be in the spot we're in right now, or we don't get through Colorado and to the point we're at right now.
Hey, Pete. Miro talked about the challenge of getting back from the injury and the injury itself. It's obviously not something you do alone. What did you see from his teammates during that whole stretch?
Well, let's start with his team of trainers that we have here, and doctors and people that worked with him. I mean, a huge effort by that group every day. pushing them to get back behind the scenes. We come in early in the morning as coaches. He was the first guy there all the time, getting his work done before everyone else showed up. So, he gets a lot of credit for that too, because he pushed himself, but he had a lot of people in his corner pushing him. The team, I think everyone knows how important he is to our group. I think, we kind of took the approach that, we can't be concerned about that, until he's back in the lineup. We've got to find a way. And, we stumbled around a little bit. It wasn't pretty for portions of the 42 games he was out, but we the group found a way. You have to give him credit.
Hey, Pete, I know obviously Miro, Robo still working their way back in, but what are you seeing and feeling from your group about finally having this group whole?
Yeah. Well, it's great to have that lineup. I mean, just to write that lineup on your board, on your lineup card, to have those options for the first time since January. And really, for the first time ever, because we hadn't made those trades yet, So, tonight was the first night we've actually had our full team together. And everyone's still not 100%, but nice feeling to have. I hope we can keep everybody in a healthy place, or we can keep this going for a little bit.
Two more questions, sir.
I think you'd said when it came to Heiskanen, you were just waiting for the doctors to give it the okay.
Yeah.
Can you take us behind the scenes? Did you allow yourself a little fist pump or something when you finally got the news?
Well, he flew to New York yesterday, met with the surgeon. It's kind of a final sign off. When I got the text message that the surgeon had signed off and thought the knee looked great, and there was nothing else, no other hurdles to clear. That's really the first time you start, thinking about him returning to your lineup, and then you got to temper that enthusiasm a little bit, knowing that, he's still not where he was when he left the lineup, but I don't think it's going to take him long to get back.
Hey, Pete, kind of along those same lines, what do you think his return does for the morale of this group? How did that translate on the ice, and how timely is it at this point?
Big boost. I mean, I got goosebumps when the crowd cheered when they announced his name. That's a great shot of energy for our group tonight. Tonight, it's always toughest to win 2 in a row. I think Tim was saying that in our press conference the other night. But to beat a team 2 times in a row was really tough. You knew they were going to push. They pushed hard. I thought they played hard all night. So, we needed a little bit of a shot of energy, and we got it from Miro, we got it from Granlund, we got it from Otter. Thank you.
No practice tomorrow. We'll do media at the plane at 1:15. Want to ask a question? Start. We can start with Savannah right there.
Kyle, when we chatted, you said that you were so excited to be part of Dallas's team because they had an actual chance to win. Tonight, you single-handedly get this team a win, and now the series is 3-1 over the Jets. I mean, how do you feel in knowing this team has progressed into the playoffs like it has?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Obviously, the job is not done. We have a lot of work to do, so, that was a good win, and now we have a tough game ahead of us in Winnipeg, so let's get ready for that one.
Miro, how do you assess returning after missing so much time, especially being in a playoff intensity game like this, and how are you feeling?
Just try to be smart, play short shifts and make simple plays at the beginning there, and just try to be smart and handle the pressure well. But it's a long time to between the last game, but it's it was fun to be back, and guys helped me out there pretty well, so it was good.
Hey, Miro, over here. Jeff Kolb, Fox 4 in Dallas. Lian Bichsel was just saying how you went through so much behind the scenes trying to get back. How hard was it to go through these last 100-some-odd days trying to get back, and how rewarding to finally get back?
Yeah, it's hard for sure. It's you never want to miss any time. You want to be playing, but it's that stuff happens in this sport, and it's something you have to deal with it. But it's just try to stay positive and work hard. And guys did a great job to beat Colorado, and I had a chance to come back and be playing again. So yeah, it's of course frustrating to watch the games and be out, but it's great to be back now.
Michael, were you aware from your pre-scout that Hellebuck has allowed a few goals like the first one that you scored tonight, and maybe you could just talk us about your mindset as you were carrying the puck in the zone on that?
Honestly, no clue. I was just shooting it somewhere and went in. So obviously we go through a little pre-scout, but you just try to find a hole, and I was lucky it went in.
Hey, Miro, the new faces on this team, obviously you've gotten to know these guys pretty well, and the guy to your left, hat trick tonight, and getting to play with Mikko an extended time here tonight as well. What can you say about finally getting on the ice with these guys in a playoff environment?
Yeah, it's fun for sure. It's like you said, first time to play with these guys here, so it's great to have them both, and it's obviously great players and important pieces of our team, and it's was fun to finally be on the ice with them.
Hey, Miro, what was it like when the injury happened? I mean, we saw it, and it just, I don't know if you've ever been through anything like that, but it looked pretty alarming. And then how do you recover from that just mentally?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fun for sure. It's, that hurts, but it's something that happens in this sport. It's just unfortunate thing, and, you just have to go through it, and like I said earlier, try to be positive and work hard and get back. It's just things like that happen, and I'm glad I'm back now and back playing.
Yeah, Miro, if you can get out there with Essa and these guys, you can have Team Finland going the whole way. What's that going to be like?
Yeah, it's going to be fun for sure. It's that would be nice. Maybe next game at some point, but yeah, we'll see if they put us together there.
Mikael, did you ever think about passing to Rope on that 2-on-1, or were you shooting the whole way?
Yeah, when you pass all the time, you can surprise the goalie maybe once in a while to shoot the puck. So yeah, I mean, their D, he went down there, so I didn't really have a passing lane. So found the spot in the top corner there. So yeah, it's good to shoot every once in a while.
It wasn't long ago we were saying, with Mikko doing what he was doing, you guys needed to get your depth going. That's clearly happened the last couple of games. What do you think you guys have done to get the depth scoring going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Mikko, he's been playing in such a incredible level, and I'm sure he's going to keep doing that. But obviously we need some help, and hopefully in the next game it might be someone else, but all that matters is trying to get these wins and advance. So that's all we can think about.
Thanks, guys. We'll do Coach DeBoer next.
Just how big was that to win this game? Obviously, 2-2 is a lot different than 3-1, especially when they have home ice.
Yeah, we want to put them under pressure. It's a must-win for them. Going back to Winnipeg. So that was our goal tonight, to put them under max pressure for the next game.
Third period, a lot of times you could just sit back and try and win a 2-1 game or whatever, but it seemed like you guys were very aggressive coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, we know it's a long series. We don't know what's going to happen, but we want to grind them down. Play every battle hard. Everything counts out there, so it's really important to stay with our plan and keep grinding them down.
What was it like to watch Miro back in action tonight?
I was really happy for him. He has been working so hard in the gym. No one knows how much he worked actually to get back here in the playoffs, and it's not easy to get back in the playoffs. High speed, it's physical, it's hard, and I think he did a really good job tonight.
We see from Granlund, obviously the hat trick, but he has that sneaky skill, it seems like. We've seen it at different times this year.
Yeah, I think the whole line has been working really well. The Finns there, the Mafia. And no, I'm really happy for him that he scored some goals. For sure, it's a big one for us.
What does the Mafia do for you guys as a whole?
A lot. No, it's great to have those guys in the team. They're really good persons. I have a little more connection to them, European guys. So it's great to have them.
Just knowing what Miro had to go through, like you're saying, behind the scenes, how much more of an appreciation do you have for him being able to come back in this spot, and how impressive is it?
Huge respect for him, 100%. I mean, everyone had an injury before. You're working and getting back next season, but he's getting back like this year in the playoffs, and it's huge pressure to really trust the process the whole way. And he wanted to play earlier, but I think he was patient enough, and I'm happy he's back now.
Are there moments tonight you're watching him just like, how is he doing this?
100%. I mean, every hit he took to the body, I was scared, but I know he's a tough guy too, and he can handle it.
What have you seen from Jake this series?
Yeah, he's just unbelievable goalie person too, and I'm happy for him that he can perform in those big games and help us out in those big games.
Jake said that you have to expect Winnipeg's best game of the season next game so that they're not eliminated. What does that look like, and what's the key to you guys getting that win on the road?
Yeah, as I said, we put them under pressure, and they have to win the game, and we want to go there and win the game as well and close it out. So it's gonna be a big battle. It's gonna be the really important game for us to stick to our plan, play our way, put pucks deep, and forecheck hard. And as I said, they're under pressure, and we can go down there and win the game.
I mean, obviously, every game's important, but this is a big one at home.
Yeah, every game feels like a, game 7. It feels like, so just, when you give yourself the opportunity to, go up 3-1 at home, you got to take advantage of it. And so I'm just happy we did.
Jake, what was it like just seeing Miro Heiskanen back out there?
Yeah, it's great. He's worked his butt off, and obviously he's such a big part of this team. So just, the fact that we, get to add a guy like that halfway through the postseason run is pretty incredible.
When you think back to Game 7, first round, fighting for a chance to get Robertson and Heiskanen back, what is the satisfaction to have your team whole finally?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we feel like when we have everyone, we're going to be a tough out. So just, we got all our guys back healthy. Different guys are stepping up every night, and I feel like we play the right way and focus on our net first. We're going to be tough to beat.
You guys have been kind of riding Rantanen, and how nice is to see someone else step up and flex that depth that you guys have?
Yeah, I think you just need different guys to step up at different points. Obviously, Moose has been on a different level, so just, next game we're going to need someone else to step up. So Granny was great, and just fun to spread the wealth a little bit.
When you saw him at Four Nations, I think he had the exact same shot for the overtime win. Just what have you learned about him since then, and then since he's joined the team?
Oh, Moose?
No, Granlund.
Oh, yeah, he's just super responsible, 200-foot player. I think he does more in our end, I think, than in the O-zone, which obviously I love as a goalie. So just the shot blocks, the good sticks. I think when we focus on that, we take care of that, then, a guy like that, his skill takes over. I think he got rewarded for playing good in our end.
Yeah, he has sneaky skill. He seems like he can pick corners.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Just not the, most, dynamic guy you would think, and then all of a sudden, it's in the back of the net. So really skilled, really good in our own end, and you need all-around players like that.
You talked this morning about how Miro makes your life so easy. How much easier did it feel tonight at times, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played a game in 3 months, so the fact that he does that and then goes out there and is still incredible just goes to show how good Miro is. So he's just going to get better and better, and he's just that calming presence he has. When he's on the ice, I can turn it down a notch because I know he's got my back. So he's just carries the team.
All season long, this team has not been shy talking about what the expectations were. You're now 1 win away from getting back to where. What's the mentality? What's the thought? The job's not finished, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But what's the mentality going into that?
Yeah, I think. We've been right there the last 2 years. So the ball's in our court now. We're up 3-1. it's on us to play a mature game up in Winnipeg, and we don't want to have to come back here and play again. So, we've all been talking about how bad we want to, get back to the conference finals. Now it's our turn to show it.
Knowing how good you and go ahead.
Winnipeg has been a very good home team this year. So how important was it to get this win on home ice and take that advantage out of their hands?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we lose tonight, it's right back home ice for them. So, we got 3 cracks at it to knock them out. We're expecting, their best game of the season next game. So just going to take the whole team.
Knowing how good you and Connor both are, how much do you hear the crowd support, especially in these last 2 home games?
Yeah, it's been unreal. You can't help but put a smile on your face, when the crowd's chanting your name and stuff. So just, hopefully I can continue to play well so they continue to chant my name.
I know it's a team game, but how personal has this series felt for you?
Not personal at all. Just, trying to beat a good team. There's a lot of other things going on than me versus Connor. So, he's been good and gave him a chance to win, and I'm expecting his best game of the season next game, and it's not going to be easy to knock these guys out. They're the President's Trophy champs for a reason, so it's going to take a great effort.
Are you growing a new appreciation for the people of Finland?
I've always had one for how good our Finns are, how good our guys they are and stuff, so just more the merrier, it seems, at this point.
Yeah.